ooh, e, ah. Hello, welcome, hey. Where am I? There I am. Hey guys, it's me, Andy, Decayed Andy. We are in pre-moon pooping mode. I am needing to get a new little gift on screen. Do I have a new one, or have we used all of them? Have we used this one? I don't know. I guess we could have running Angry Blitzwing. That's probably fine. Probably good, right? Should be okay. Yeah, running out of cool, fun gifts from me. I'm hoping they will do more silly, fun gifts soon. But you know, I don't know them. I can't take a pickaxe to the head and cave it in until like gifts come out of them, as far as I know. So I just have to wait patiently, biding my time, rubbing my nipples until fun things appear, such as more gifts and nothing else. This week we'll be talking about news. So there's only me, only Andy, and Shire, and Optimus Prime on my desk here. It's what, 3 weeks since we've done news, or 4 weeks? So hopefully we'll have something cool to talk about. Woohoo! Not particularly, but you know, we'll run with what we got in it. Yeah. All right. I don't think there's much to do. So let's play that music boogaloo. Yeah, we're gonna run with that. Okay, music time.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast. My name is Andy, Decayed Andy. I'm here alone, which can only mean it's a news week. After 3 or 4 weeks of no news, we have an amount to talk about. We're not going to say a good amount. We're not going to say a impressive amount, but an amount is what we'll kind of lean towards. So hopefully there'll be something interesting to talk about. I know one thing is the Michael Bay return, or will be potentially returning. So that's something to talk about. But of course we have other stuff as well, such as third-party news, because we always start off with third-party news, because that's just the way the show's been run for so long. Why would we change it now? Dr. Wu is showing off images of the DW-E04Y Prime Commander. Of course, this is one more of the Micromaster scaled figures that in that little special line. This is their Optimus Prime figure that we've had, I would say, numerous times already. And specifically, this is what they class as the Sentinel Prime version. So they have redecoed him up in yellow with an orange trailer. Now, granted, I would say if you wanted to make him Sentinel Prime and go for this color scheme, maybe you would have gone orange on him as well, but I guess it's a different look. Let's read the blurb. This new redeco of their impressive 6 centimeter tall Optimus Prime mold, which goes very well in scale with War for Cybertron Micromasters of Titans figures. What? Which goes very well in scale. With War for Cybertron Micromasters of Titans figures. Okay. It's just what it reads as. This is TFW, of course, by the way. This new redeco is inspired by the Missing Link series Sentinel Prime. Oh, well, there you go. That's what it's based off of. It's planned to be released in about 1 month, and that was on August the 9th. So, what's it now? Near the end of August, right? Nearly September. August, September. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm checking the calendar. That's about right. So, there's nothing else new about it. He's just a new pretty yellow color with an orange trailer. It's not a bad look, to be fair. I don't know about the face. The face, they've gone with the faceplate. If you didn't know, the faceplate is orange. And his little helmet head is yellow. So, yeah, it's fine. Little arms inside the trailer are black. So, orange and black, obviously, are quite nice working off each other. It doesn't look too bad. This is not a thing that would inspire me personally to go for it. A new head would have been quite cool. But I realized just doing repaints is more cost effective, etc., etc. So if you're in the market for a Sentinel Prime Micromaster scaled Optimus Prime, I mean, I can't imagine who that would be specifically. But there is an option now for you, and that's cool, potentially. Dr. Wu are also showing off the DW-E23T Tactical Commander. This is another Micromaster scaled figure. This is a Ultra Magnus figure. However, this is the translucent version because, as we always say on the show, translucent versions of figures are always the best, and nothing ever goes wrong with translucent figures. Am I right, boys? You're right, Andy. I knew I was right. So let's have a look at the images. Close up. That is Ultra Magnus. He is translucent. Is he fully translucent? It looks like his, in combined mode, his boob, like the the bit underneath the blue bit of his kind of torso area, that red bit looks like it's painted. The rest of it looks pretty translucent. It is the Optimus Prime mold that we were just looking at, just a white version that's also translucent that comes with the trailer. That becomes the body armor. So that's obviously how that's going to work. Yippity-doo-dah day. Again, I don't know why you'd want a translucent version of anything, but if you're in the market for that sort of thing, well, there you go. It's another one of those. Is there anything interesting? This clear plastic version of Dr. Wu's Ultra Magnus. This is an Ultra Magnus armor, which I mentioned, combines with the Optimus Prime mold, and it should be released in 1 month. So again, sometime in September. So if you're interested in that, it should be out soon. New Age are showing off something a little bit more interesting, as they are doing a Legend scaled 6-shot figure. This one is the H74 Cho, a Legend scaled 6-shot. It's the little blurb we've got from TFW. This is a very nice rendition of 6-shot for the competitive Legend scale market. That's actually true at this point. He will include, if I could speak, 2 guns, as you would imagine, 4 interchangeable hands, and a hand with a glass of wine, as seen in the Japanese The Headmasters cartoon. That's a very specific thing to reference, but fair enough. A very impressive mold in all 6 modes, considering the scale. Will it have the hidden 7th mode from the Japanese series? I mean, I can't imagine it wouldn't, but let's have a look. I don't know why they started off with an ass shot of the figure, but that's his booty. Fairly clean from the back, but 6-shot's always been a relatively clean-looking robot. Robot mode. I don't know about the head design. I don't know. Is it a little bit too soft in terms of its angles? Maybe it's a bit too short. The head's mold looks a little bit too close to Optimus Prime to me. Like, if you just, colored it blue with the gray faceplate, would it look massively different from Optimus Prime here? I'm not sure. I don't think so. I do appreciate he comes with a glass of wine. They have seemingly decided to go and paint the guns in a chrome or, dark metallic-y, reflective-y, metallic-y, painty thingy-madoodad on him. We have the jet mode, which is... I imagine all of these modes are going to be fine. I don't think he's going to do anything transformation-wise that is crazy just on the basis that it's 6-shot. He's got to have 6 modes. And let's be honest, all kind of transform relatively similar. Every iteration of 6-shot has not really differed from the original toy. Apart from adding in joints we can see a double elbow joint here, for example. I'm not sure if we've got the wolf mode. I don't know if the wolf's head's going to be able to look left and right. It looks like it can do up and down, and it looks like the jaw can open. Guessing from the looks here of the images. But it doesn't look like it's going to be doing anything, again, too crazy in terms of oh, wow, we've never seen the 6-shot do this before. Gun mode is a gun mode, or a submarine mode, as we now know it by today's standards, I suppose. Tank mode, Tank mode looks a little weird, and it looks a little weird mainly because it's the thighs. The thighs, for those who don't know, which I assume is very few. In tank mode, you flip, you lie him down flat on his chest. Let's just simplify. Lie him down flat on his chest, and you flip his legs back over his back. And the way that his thighs just kind of look really awkward, at least to me. They look very obviously like thighs, which they are. So it doesn't look exactly quite right. The car mode looks fine. They've got some nice added detail for the front headlights, or what would be the front headlights. There are no stickers on this. I'm not sure whether this is finalized or not, but there's no stickers, so the car mode's missing like front windows and whatnot, but they're trying to keep it cartoon accurate, and thus there's going to be a lot of detail lacking because the stickers made up for a lot of that. Looks maybe this angle of the robot mode looks a little bit, the head mold looks a little bit more what you would expect. That looks a bit more normal. Maybe it was just the angle, the first image angle was a bit on the wonky side. Yeah, I mean, New Age is going to do a good job. I am sure. I'm positive about that. Yeah, Six Shot. I wonder how many repaints we're going to get of this guy. We got some action poses as well. Him against Magnus. Him just lounging around on a very nice little created settee they've made for him as well, which I would never consider doing for a Transformer, but that's quite nice. Well, speaking of redos, they have already shown off the H74J dot what's that? Dartigan? Let's go with Dartigan, which is a legend scaled Great Shot, which is the victory version of Six Shot. So he's going to be redone with a new chest, new head, and he comes with swords as well. 2 swords and 2 guns. Six Shot didn't come with swords, did he? No, he didn't. Let's have a look. Again, they start with the ass for some reason. Oh, they've redone the shoulders as well, as is the way. The things you would expect Great Shot to have that make him Great Shot, he has. So we see the images. I think the head looks quite good. Again, they've used it looks like they've chromed the face, which I'm never a big fan of when you chrome a face, mainly because when light hits it, it makes details vanish, right? Just because of it being a reflective surface. And if light hits it in a weird angle, things just kind of vanish. They've got the rhino head with a very impotent little rhino horn. Very sad. You know, he's not going to be impressing any ladies with it, I'm afraid. Otherwise, yeah, so you lose 1 wine drinking hand and gain 2 swords. 2 quite fancily sculpted swords as well, to be honest. We have the gun mode again. Tank mode again still looks awkward. Car mode. The rhino mode, which we've seen. Yeah, not a huge shock that Great Shot was coming. What other versions could we get out of Six Shot? Well, it would be nice of them to do the ninja guy from J. Decker. I don't think they'll be able to, just because of copyright reasons, but since that was a reuse of this mold anyway, it would be nice to see it done. You know, it's a third-party company. They could just say fuck it, couldn't they? There's no one holding them back from doing any of this stuff, so yeah, they could do it if they wanted to. That'd be all right to see. Yeah, it looks good. You know, it's Great Shot. You don't get many, but when you get a Six Shot, you usually get a Great Shot because, well, why wouldn't you? It's not a hard thing to remold and sell to the people. Does it say anything about release dates? It does not. Hang on, let me check Shozy to see if Shozy has it up on their site for the preing of the ordering, because it might have done. It might be too early for that. It might be way too early, but you never know, right? Let's head over to Shozy. What you got? No, Shozy's got it's up for pre-order. Pre-order. Oh, it's gonna be $56.99 US dollary ding dong doodles. And expected for next month. So it's coming out pretty soon. Well, next month. Yeah, it's only a few days away. I would imagine like mid to end of next month. I'd be surprised if it was like early next month, right? That'd be a little bit too soon. Anything else here? I don't see the Great Shot one, so maybe Great Shot's not up for pre-order just yet, unless I'm blind and my eyes have deceived me. No, it doesn't look like it. But there you go. If you're in the market for a little version of those guys, well, they're coming. Oculamax has decided to do the IF-02A Stray alternative chase variant So I don't know why we're doing chase variants of third-party figures, but I guess that's the way that we're going. This is a red-windowed chase variant of the IF-02 Stray alternative. A masterpiece-scaled drift figure, if you'd forgotten, because you probably wouldn't know from the name, because I wouldn't, unless you just have great memory, which, I don't. Which got a very original alt mode inspired by the AE-86 from the manga slash anime Initial D. Oh, it's this one. Okay. This variant is coming out. This variant is coming out of every 12 pieces. Why wouldn't you just write it as this is going to be packed 1 in 12? That's how I would have written it, but, I'm not a writer. So how does this look? So is there any difference? What's the difference? I don't know. Can we see the robot modes side by side? No, there's no side by side of the robot modes. So I don't know if there's any huge differences here. It shows 2 versions, and I'm not sure if the standard white version is just the drift car without any of the fancy details. But this red version has the clear red windows. It also has what you would think of as the red drift stripes, and he also has a spoiler, so he's a boy racer. Baby, let's go, vroom vroom. Looks quite nice. Not a huge fan of the robot mode. It looks, how best to describe it, I don't know, thin. Like his arms look very thin, I guess is the best way to phrase it. Maybe it's just not getting posed in the best way, but yeah, these robot shots don't do a huge amount for me. Make me think of the original Generations toy, which is obviously a very old figure at this point. Whatever. Welcome, Rodimus Power Toy Collector. Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing well this evening. We're looking at this Drift figure. Will we get Evil Drift? Deadlock, was that his name? I can't remember, the black version of the figure. Maybe he'll be coming out in the future. But if you want this rare version, it might be more expensive and harder to get. So, beware, I suppose. Next up, DNA Designs doing the DK-56A Legacy Animated Motormaster Power Master. Legacy Animated Motormaster Power Master. Yeah, I said that right, I think. I hope I didn't have a stroke while saying it. This is the G1 Deco upgrade kit. So, we've had a previous version of this upgrade kit for the Motormaster figure, the Legacy version, which kind of just upped his scale. It gave him boots for his little feety weety. It gave him a Motormaster sword and a shit gun and wangs for his backpack and a Menasor-styled head. So, Andy, what does this do? Well, this does kind of the same thing, except the little feety weety upgrade parts that had big bits going over the shins have been colored to look like Breakdown and Dead End, Wild Rider, my apologies. Color scheme wise, he's got some new parts, I think. No, they're not. I see what it is. The jump packs, the jets on the back of the wings have just been put on the shoulders, and they've been and his forearm armor has been colored to be Dead End and Wild Rider as well. And now his trailer has been colored to make it look more like a Motormaster G1 trailer rather than just the black to make it mesh with the figure more. So this looks arguably a little bit more interesting visually, a bit more pop. You could say messy for the combined mode. And since I have the rest of the real animated Stunticons from the BotCon set, and Legacy doesn't have them, it's kind of weird to see this is how that would work, but yeah, it probably would work like that. Obviously, there are variations where you don't need him to have the backpack, and they show him with them without the backpack, with the shotgun, without the shotgun. It's a okay, I guess, way to get out the kit again. I don't know if this would be the preferred version of the upgrade kit. I think if I was going to get it, it would probably be this one. Just because I prefer, like, for the trailer mode, it to have a bit more of a distinct look to the trailer rather than just the black slab, which it was. I don't know. I think this is okay. Again, it's not really one that you need to rush out and buy, I would say, because it just kind of makes him bigger, kind of shelf space, takey, uppy wise. I prefer the darker sword of the original version. This one's very light and bright. But the shotgun, I think, looks better just because it's got a bit more color variation to it. So there's that upgrade too. Otherwise, it looks like it's practically the same kit. And they don't say anything else about it apart from it's coming out in November. Do you live in November time? No, you don't. But you will in the future. Not too far off. So that's that. DNA Designs. Wild King have shown off at Wave 4. Is it more than one figure? Maybe. They've shown off a new figure. The thing seems to continue to go. The show continues to keep going, which I guess is good. We've got another Energy Beast. This is the WKB-10 Wild King Battler? Wild King Battler number 10. Energy Beast Sky Report. Not Reporter or Raptor. Report. This is a... What are you? Are you just a pigeon? Yeah, it's a green bird, an eagle of sorts. Using the same format that all of these figures have used so far. I wouldn't really associate a bird with green, personally, but it doesn't look terrible. Shows him standing next to the giraffe one. His add-on extra bit is he has a little tail thing. Seems to be similar idea to the pterodactyl that came out recently as well. Can it do anything else that we haven't seen before? It can, of course, turn into an arm or leg thingy or backpack, which is good. Prime still, the standard red Optimus Prime just does not look good combined. His colors just are not working with a lot of these little add-on dudes, I would say, personally. Oh, that's interesting. It seems like I'm guessing this can be the case with the pterodactyl as well. It looks like they can somewhat awkwardly combine with the smaller limbs as well and become like backpacks for them as well. That's kind of nice. That's a nice. I mean, it's just pegs and ports at the end of the day. So it's just like slapping a peg into a port and going, does it work? Yeah, it kind of works. But that's a good bit of playability to it as well, I suppose. The line continues. Is it too expensive for what it is? Probably. I think there's an argument for, is it worth buying these? I think that's a hard push, especially if you live outside of Japan, because the prices initially might seem okay, but obviously with shipping, that's when things turn a little bit poop, unfortunately. So next up, we have the Blockies crossover figure, the Muku? M-O-K-U-U. Muku Mega Optimus Prime X Brown. So, Brown is a cute bear who is part of the line Friends characters. Line Friends characters. Who started as stickers used in the Line messaging app. What the fuck? This collaboration brings us a special 25 centimeter Brown being a bear, dressed as Optimus Prime. It also comes with 3 similar figures of Boss as Megatron, Sally as Bimblebee, and Brown as himself. So, is Brown just standard bear? Yeah, we'll find out. There's also a very special and very limited pink version. Only 99 units available via the Blocky website during specific days. And a limited global release of 999 units. So we're getting, not exactly, but we're getting close to like lucky draw kind of numbers. And these units, which will be sold in Indonesia, Blocky's Dojin, and international events. Okie dokie. Via the Blocky's Twitter, we have additional information and pictures of the things, and the matrix and head interior where you can sit a minifigure that pilots it. Oh, okay, so there's a bit more to these. Right, so that's the bear. I can't remember if we've seen this before in the past, but it's imagine a kind of Funko puppy bear, but with a big round head, I suppose. Bear shaped. Oh, look at the okay, the Optimus Prime. Okay, so then they also have the small ones as well next to them. There's a pink one. The pink one is very, very, very pink, but I suppose that's exactly what you would expect. So you get right. Okay, I see what it is. you get a small version of the Bear Optimus Prime. You get a Bumblebee with a duck face, effectively, and a Megatron with a bow tie. That's pretty cool. If you could swap out the head, you could make it into Mayor Megatron. That's kind of nice. But it has a human face, I suppose. And those 3 minifigures can sit inside of the big bear's head. You lift up the Optimus Prime's head and visor, and there's like a Power Ranger console kind of team seats there. That's quite nice. They've actually got stickers for the interiors as well. That's kind of cool. Looks like the bear has light up eyes and the Matrix lights up within the chest of the big one. That's kind of interesting. Obviously not a thing that I'd care for, but it's kind of cute. I'm not sure exactly who this is for particularly, but there's a pink one, so maybe it's for the more female demographic. The pink one, on the image for the pink one, they also showed that it has an energy axe. I assume, even though it's not been shown, that the standard version probably has an energy axe as well, because it would be weird to kind of, lock that off to the pink version. Throwing that out there, that would be a little bit on the odd side. But blockies are also showing off the first looks of the Galaxy version, Wave 8, which is dubbed the One Shall Fall. So this line is an 86 movie reference line, because of course. There's Optimus Prime. These are all unless I've not stated they're robot mode. Okay, so all of these are robot mode unless I say otherwise. So Optimus Prime, Blitzwing, Hot Rod, Sludge, who's in Dinobot mode, Metroplex, Nor/Sharkticon, Sludge, a Unicron head, Shrapnel, a clear Unicron head, which is a chase figure, Metallic Optimus Prime, which is a chase figure, half in color, half in black and white. Well, I'll have a look at that. And the Ark as a storage box. So let's go through and have a little look at these. There's an Optimus Prime. Metroplex. The Metroplex is designed to look like the... the last Metroplex figure we got. The first Titan. It looks like that, so it doesn't look like G1. It looks like that figure. Whatever line that he came from. What line did he come from? No. Was it Combiner Wars? Was it pre-Combiner Wars? Either way, it's not important. Came from that. Group shot of all of them. Also, take note that the Metroplex is normal scaled. It's not gigantic. Okay, so don't think you're getting a gigantic figure. So the Optimus Prime, the chase one, it's weird to see because it's like when it says half, it means like cut down the middle. So half of the figure is literally the gray I'm dying, and also has a hole in his abdomen area with a bit of stick that you can stick in there, and the other half is chromed but still like red shiny kind of Optimus Prime. That's I guess an interesting figure. The Hot Rod doesn't look too bad, though. I feel we've seen Hot Rod before, haven't we? Sludge, I feel that's a thing we've seen before. The Ark is kind of interesting. It says it's a storage thing, but it looks like it can only hold... Well, it doesn't look like it can hold one. It seems like it has a smaller Rodimus or Rodimus or Hot Rod inside it with a Matrix above it. They seem to be smaller than the standard ones. The Nor is in proportion with the rest of them, which is weird to see because Nor / the Sharkticon to me is always a bit on the weird porky side, but he's not here. Blitzwing doesn't look great. And I think it's because they've used light tampos on his boobs, and it seems like he's more purple than he should be. He needs a bit more color breakup to be Blitzwing. And the Unicron head seems, that's fine. They also show shots of the Blocky's Devastator with a smushed sludge beneath his foot with the eyes poking out of him. So I don't know exactly what that means, but it means something to somebody. But Blocky's persists. Again, good luck in all of them. Good luck continuing to get that line, okay? Now, it's obviously been a few weeks since we saw this story, but Michael Bay is apparently going to be returning to Transformers. Scripts to be reviewed shortly, so it says. So let me read this blurb. In what now seems to be a quickly developing story, X-Account The Hollywood Handle via Deadline has given a small update to the rumor of Michael Bay's return to the Transformer franchise. Namely, that Paramount's new leadership will be reviewing the situation soon. So the little quotation here is, on the Transformers front, the franchise saw a reboot live-action film. Transformers, that was a reboot? Rise of the Beasts, which made 142 million global. What year was that? I can't remember. Oh, that was it? Starring Anthony Ramos in 2023. And an animated pick, Transformers 1, Bow last year. Transformers 1, Bow last year. All right. Prior to sales, the studio had 3 separate scripts in development, including one version that sources say Michael Bay returning to the franchise. Has Michael Bay returned to the franchise? Those scripts should be ready for new leadership to take a look at shortly. So it's still in the, I guess we don't know 100% that he's coming back, but I guess maybe the next story will tell us. But the idea of Michael Bay coming back, a lot of people have said it. I'm going to say too, is definitely a regression for Transformers. It's going back. But from a business point of view, I think Hasbro and Paramount are going, we want to make money and we want to make a lot of money. And what is a safe option? Well, apparently not Transformers 1. That's not a safe option because it didn't do amazingly well at the box office, unfortunately. So we want to make money like we used to. How about we get Michael Bay back? What harm could that do? Is what I would presume is the idea behind this, you know? So they're jonesing after the big bucks once again. I don't know if 442 million. I don't think that was as good. Offhand, I could easily be wrong. I don't think that was as good as previous, Transformers movies, but maybe it was better in some ways as well. But yeah, going backwards, not forwards, not good. Michael Bay's movies, not good. I don't even know what Bay's done since Transformers. I'm sure he's done something, but hell if I know. I couldn't tell you, nor would I care, in all honesty. But yes, Michael Bay coming back. I mean, I'm good. I don't think I would see another live-action Transformers movie at the cinema. I mean, I didn't even see Transformers 1 at the cinema, so, you know, if I didn't do that, what are the odds I'm going to go and see a Michael Bay movie, you know? Not high. Not high at all. So, also, theatrical Transformer films to be a priority at Paramount because we want money. So again, this is coming via the Hollywood Reporter detailing what Skydance Paramount's new leadership will be planning to make money, I would presume is the idea, including prioritizing theatrical Transformers, and then in brackets, and G.I. Joe films. Really? We're still going with G.I. Joe? Has G.I. Joe had a successful movie? I don't think G.I. Joe is like a successful franchise, right? I think G.I. Joe is very American bound. It always has been. So I'm not really sure if a G.I. Joe movie is going to ever do desperately well. Maybe I'm wrong. Ooh, apologies. Okay, let's read the blurbio. Ellison, who said he intends to make movies exclusively for theaters because we realize that the streaming market has fucking murdered Hollywood. They don't say that, but I know that to be true. And if you do, well, you're smart like me. Streaming has absolutely killed and neutered the theaters. Anyway, now has full control over a number of film franchises he already worked on at Skydance. Many of them have been dormant on the big screens for years. Star Trek, which has been crap for years. Christ. 09 was when Skydance did their first movie, and it was a bit schlocky, but fine. Man, we've had... Has it really been nearly 20 years of crap Star Trek? That can't be true, can it? Oh, God. It might be. Oh, God. Anyway, Star Trek and G.I. Joe. or have had trouble finding their footing in recent years. Terminator? Oh boy, that's one way to phrase find their footing, and it also says Transformers. We're gonna... Are we not just gonna let Terminator die? Can we not just like stop digging up its corpse and parading it around? Because there's only two like good Terminator movies, and if we want to be generous, like maybe three. What was the fourth one? Salvation. Salvation is not a good film, but it has an interesting idea. It has some ideas in there which you go, oh no, okay, you can't execute it, but okay, all right. But can we stop like digging its corpse up? It's like Aliens and Predator. These things had their movies, and now we can't do them anymore. Do we? I guess we just keep trotting it out because we want easy money, I suppose. It says co-film chief Josh Greenstein said these franchises would be a priority, noting the company hopes to release 15 films a year. That might be a lot. Can we aim for like good films? Can we aim for like 5 good films a year? Instead of just like 15? And then up that to 20. Okay, just crank him out. He name checked Star Trek and Transformers, with the surprise being World War Z. What the fuck? The 2013. That's over 10 years old as well. Jesus Christ. Brad Pitt zombie feature. He indicates an interest in both horror. Paramount is home to A Quiet Place, which is shit, and Smile, which is fine. It's not great, but again, there's an idea there where you go, it's okay. As well as R-rated comedies. I guess that's because Naked Gun has done pretty well. That they're talking about comedies as well. But he noted that originals were also a priority. I don't believe you. Pointing at the first green light under the new regime, the Timothy Chalamet, James Mangold project High Side. So, Paramount aimed to make a crap ton of movies. I'm sure they will be of the utmost quality, even though I joked about them being dog shit. Ha ha ha. They will, of course, be really good. Ha 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 ha. Obviously, it doesn't say anything about Michael Bay. But if there's this push to get just movies out, just get fucking movies out, I wouldn't be shocked if, again, they just pull in Bay just for that money. And again, why World War Z? World War Z was not very good. And I guess we're just going to do a sequel to it? And, I mean, yeah, not have Brad Pitt will save money, because Brad Pitt didn't add much to that movie, let's be honest, because there wasn't much to do. Clearly, they spent a load of money for Brad Pitt just to get the name on the film to try and draw suckers into the cinemas. Yeah, so I don't know if that worked or not. I didn't see it at the cinema. I saw it after the fact, and it's not great. I didn't have any connection to the book or whatever that was either, so I'm not just hating it because it was a bad adaptation of the book, which I heard it was. Next up, what the fuck is Transformers Activate Your Alt Mode? Apparently, this was a fan vote, and it kicked off on the 12th of August. This is via the official Transformers Instagram, have posted a reminder about Transformers Activate Your Alt Mode fan vote. Okay, so the details are activate blah 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 blah. Tomorrow kicks off. The fans decide which Transformer bot gets a brand new alt mode that becomes a real product. So not a new character. This is a new mode for an existing figure, which to me is a little bit less exciting in some ways. But round one was Autobots, Decepticons versus Decepticon, Autobot versus Decepticon, and on the 15th, which we've passed, we have the winner. Round two, general alt mode voting, which I think we're on at the moment. 18th to the 21st. The winner has been revealed because that was on the 22nd, and specific alt mode voting on the 25th, which is tomorrow. So that's Monday for you people. To the 28th, the fans choose the details. I don't know what that means exactly. And then the 17th, Transformers Day, the final winner, and their new alt mode will be revealed. So if I remember, I mean, we can have a very quickie, stinky, pee pee poo poo look to see whereabouts this is, because I'm sure I've seen. Oh, it's not going to be helpful, is it? I think I've already seen today. Okay, so the results are the fans have spoken. The winner of the alt mode category is C. So it looks like it's Shockwave's gonna be a boat or a submarine. Wait, isn't that what they said his gun mode was for the longest time? Well, not the longest time, but from the what was it, Siege? Didn't they say he had a like a spaceship boat mode? Are we gonna just do this? Seems rigged. So now fans will choose the details of the new alt mode for Shockwave with a new fan vote on the 25th to 28th. The alternatives will be a speedboat, a submarine. Oh fuck! Are people going to choose a submarine and he's just going to be standard Shockwave? Creature, no fan art. No fan art. So I guess like a sea monster or something. Or a hoverboat. I'll be honest, none of those sound desperately interesting. I mean, I guess the best one you get is maybe an interesting like sea creature. But I mean, that's so nebulous, because what do? Do you go with like a Loch Ness monster, kind of the Kraken sea serpent kind of thing, like a big old octopus? Otherwise, it's like a hoverboat, a boat, or a submarine. Again, are the fans just going to choose submarine because that's effectively what he turns into at the moment anyway? I don't know. Again, I think just having a brand new character would have been a better idea, because it's like Windblade and Drift. You know, getting someone new out there is never a bad idea. And it's someone for potentially new people to connect to, and it's also a new product to push. It's not just lying on the laurels of the current stuff. It's trying to push something new. And I know like companies, especially Hasbro, are super risk averse to like push new things, but Jesus, come on, man. Let's try something new for a change, right? Who's with me, chat? Anyone? God, I hope someone's with me. All right, never mind. Next up, we have a little rumor. No PulseCon for 2025, in brackets, and Hasbro 1027. I don't know what Hasbro 1027 is. I would guess it's something on the 27th of October, because you Americans do dates weird. But okay, so via Troy Collector on X, allegedly via the Fan Expo Canada, is reporting something that's been speculated ever since a massive round of reveals at SDCC, that PulseCon will not be happening this year. And what a sad thing that would be, because spreading your things over too many cons too rapidly is a terrible fucking idea. Hasbro with PulseCon will not be happening, with Hasbro opting instead for reveals at various events, various in-person events. It sounds like the fate of Hasbro 2710 or 1027 is up in the air as well. So, again, I don't think this is a terrible idea. One, I imagine it costs money to do these things like PulseCon and whatever this Hasbro 1027 thingy is. I imagine that costs money to do it, right? To produce it and stream it and all that kind of stuff. And effectively, you're limiting the amount of things that you can show at a convention, because we've just had San Diego Comic-Con. What do you really have? Not much. So what would you do? You say, okay, well then we just won't show as much stuff at San Diego Comic-Con. It's like, well, that's not as exciting then, you know? You want a big load of reveals, you don't want just one or two, because otherwise it's like, oh, we've got the special event for Hasbro. It's like, okay, what you got? We got 2 things. Oh. No, but don't worry, we can show you stuff that you already know about. It's like, oh, okay, well, cool, I suppose. Very cool. So I think this is a good idea. I think I assume it's just basically a way to save money. I would imagine. Maybe I'm wrong, but like I say, I'm pretty positive. I'm pretty positive it's It's a way to save the monies, right? It must be. It must be. Says Andy to you, the people. Oh, there we go. Yeah, good. Maybe it's also. Maybe the idea is also to ensure that things don't get leaked. Maybe. Because we know how much shit gets leaked, so the more cons you have, the more potential that stuff is to get leaked places, potentially. That makes sense to me. Does it make sense to you? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. To me, it makes sense. We also have new rumors for 2026 and 2027. Listings for Studio Series exclusives and more. So there's not a huge list here, but we have the TRA Gen BW Beast Wars Maximal Multi-Pack. The the TRA, there's no N in there. There's more Tra. The Tra Gen Collab Hot Wheels Twin Mill 2. So I guess that's either related to, are either of them called Twin Mill? Oh, that's related to Twin Mill, one of the ones that we've seen. We know that's coming. There's the Tra Gen Studio Series Anniversary Deluxe Insecticon pack. So I would imagine that is going to be Kickback, Shrapnel, and Bombshell, but it's going to be them repainted slightly and tweaked to be Studio Series variants. So if you don't like your shitty Kickback figure, and why would you, the QC on it was dog shit, get rid of it now. Get rid of it now. Get rid of it. Don't get rid of it now, just in case, but get rid of it now, because it looks like 3 packs coming. Bombshell will look different. He will be gray via the animation model. I'm not sure what differences they're going to do to maybe up the quality or make the figures better. They're probably not going to change a huge amount. The improvement's probably just going to be QC, but I might be wrong. We've also got the Tra Gen Studio Series Anniversary of Voyager Starscream, which I think we can assume is going to be the figure that we saw at San Diego Comic-Con, the new one, the new mold, one would hope. That makes sense. We saw the Thundercracker. They're obviously going to do Starscream. They're going to do a Skywarp as well, but just hasn't been announced. Saving the best to last, clearly. The Tra Gen Studio Series Anniversary Deluxe Prowl. So I guess they're going to... I guess they're going to get the Prowl figure from... was he in... No, they didn't do him for the 5-pack, did they? They did him for the damaged 2-pack when he came with Ironhide, though. And I guess they're just going to do a non-damaged, no clear plastic version of that, potentially. I mean, I don't really see them doing anything else with it, to be honest, but I don't know. The anniversary items are Target exclusive, so we got Tra Gen Studio Series Leader Transformers 1 Optimus Prime, whatever that means. A redeco of the 07. What do you mean redeco? Redeco of the 07 Bay Prime, and the 27 and a 27 LDR Leader and a 27. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you mean by and a 27. Either way, Transformers 1, the first Michael Bay movie, that's going to be getting a thing. So I don't really know what the Generations Beast Wars Maximal Multi-Pack will be. Apart from... Are we just like re-releasing Kingdom figures as a 2-pack? As well, like what are we considering a multi-pack? Are we considering the multi-pack the big 5-packs that we've had? You know, like the one where they've been putting Horrible and stuff like that in. Is it going to be just the original figures again, like Optimus Primal and Rat Trap and Cheetah, blah, 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 those ones? Or are we going to do something weirder? I don't know what we do by something weirder, but are we going to do something strange? Maybe we're going to remold the Rat Trap figure into, or use the transformation from the Rat Trap figure and make Razor Beast? Is that what we're doing? Like, I don't know. And again, for multi-pack, what does that mean? Is it just like multi-pack 2, multi-pack 3, multi-pack 4, 5? How many figures? I can't imagine it'll be more than 5. I think we've only really seen multi-packs where there've been 5 figures at deluxe scale. If you throw in a Voyager there, I think it usually goes down to 2 deluxes and 1 Voyager at that point, right? So if you did that way, you could do Primal, Cheetor, and Air Razor. I suppose they were all Maximals. I don't know. Seems odd. If you want to do a new Scorponok figure from Kingdom, that would not be a terrible idea because that figure was ass. I never bought it. I did want to buy it because I like Scorponok's design. He's a scorpion. Scorpions are cool. But if you want to make a new version that's not dog shit, I wouldn't be against that. Starscream's, that's the obvious one. I'm really hoping this new Studio Series mold for the Seekers is not shit. We know it's going to get milked. And I just hope as well that when Thundercracker comes out, he's going to be good quality. And I hope by the time Skywarp comes out, we're not going to have mold degradation. At that early stage, we shouldn't. But who fucking knows, right? Because they're then going to turn that mold and they're going to tweak it slightly and then make the cone heads out of them. Because of course they are. Are they going to go super hard on it? Maybe. There's a potential there. I think that was the last of our stories. I think that was it. There was very little news. As is the way of things at the momento. What can you do? Is there any new products on Shozy that I can ramble about for a little bit? Well, that's a great question. They got pre-orders up for... I think I've talked about the Cosmos and Beachcomber. I'm pretty sure I've talked about them before from Dr. Wah Woo Woo. Yeah, this all looks like stuff we've talked about before in some form or another. Oh, they're doing a Shin Get a Robo. Huh. CCS. Who the fuck are CCS? I've never heard of them. They're doing a Shin Get a Robo. No, that's just Get a Robo. That's not Shin. That's definitely not Shin Get a Robo. They're doing all his variants, though. Oh, wait. CCS is spin on the Getter Trio in their Armageddon versions. Okay, that makes more sense. It wasn't Shin. Even though it says Shin, it's from Armageddon. Okay, that makes sense. Reminiscent of the Soul of Chigokin stuff. Okay, I'm on board. Have we talked about the Galaxy Toys Mini 09 Law Enforcement Reflector? Those faces. Bodies don't look too bad, but they have some ugly faces. It seems like a very small reflector figure with bits to make it into a camera. Okay, well, fair enough. Is there anything else? Doesn't look like it. Oh, when are the Mechanical Studios figures coming out? Date unknown. Oh, they're up for pre-order. Very early pre-order though, so there's nothing, again, too much to talk about there. Didn't mean to jump to that point. Is there anything else? Refresh the main page? Not really. People again, Hot Wheels cars. I haven't watched any of Cyberworld, so apparently we're on episode 6 of Cyberworld. I'm sure it's very easygoing, pretty chilled out show, but not high investment or anything like that. I think that's it. So I guess what have I been up to? Well, I have bought Space Crusade. If anybody remembers Space Crusade, that was something I bought recently. That was, if you don't know, MB. Classic gaming company MB that's now owned by Hasbro. At one point did collaborations with Games Workshop. And they did games like Hero Quest, Space Crusade, Crunch, which turned into Blood Bowl, and Battle Masters. Games like that. These were like gateway drugs for kids to get into GW eventually. So I got the Space Crusade, which is effectively Space Hulk, 40K, that kind of stuff. You play with let's get the advert. The advert, like, that's a smart idea. Like, we'll play it on stream, and for the people, you can also hear it. Space Cruise. It's also a cool advert, to be fair. I think it's pretty neat, at least. Commercial. That's the best quality one, isn't it?
Space.
Hey, wait. Then it's working? No.
Space Crusade.
There it is.
Takes you into warp space to fight the force.
I mean, isn't the advert cool?
Deep in a
Like, legitimately, look how much effort they're putting into a board game.
Space Crusade, the ultimate adventure game where you must use all your skill and weaponry.
Plasma gun, dreadnought.
Dreadnought. Fucking dreadnought, mate. Broadsword. So it's interesting because they've got elements, you know, they got gene stealers, they got orcs, they've got clearly very early stage Necrons, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty interesting. So I've been painting up the yellow figures, which are clearly meant to be Imperial Fists. I finished all of them at the moment. I'm painting up the Ultramarines at the moment. I've got to spray the Blood Angels. I've sprayed the Orcs and the Gretchen. I've done a very small amount on them as well. I've got a long process to go through. The good thing about it wasn't just the base game. It was the base game plus a lot of extras. The extras effectively making up the expansion Mission Dreadnought, which I was only missing a couple of things for. Quite big things, arguably, but a couple of things for. And a lot of the stuff for the last expansion called Eldar Attack. I've got everything for Eldar Attack apart from the expensive stuff again, which are the miniatures, which I'm going to substitute for cheaper second edition Eldar stuff, which will, you know, they'll be good enough. Otherwise, they'll be a lot more expensive. So I've been having fun painting them. I've been watching The X-Files, just cracking through more of that. It's still a reasonably fun show. There are definitely some episodes where you're like, yeah, you know, it's it's not a great episode, but it's fine. But I'm enjoying going through it. Anything else? I got Scrapper and I got Bone Crusher from Japan. They were much cheaper from Japan until you added postage, and then they were only a little bit cheaper than getting them from the UK. So that was a little bit disheartening, if I'm honest. I haven't been playing with them yet, just because most of the days have been spent painting, lots and lots of painting, and that's been about it, really. That's been about it. Nothing desperately exciting. So I'm afraid, chat, it's a very short show, but that's what happens when the news is light and breezy, and there ain't nothing cool around. I haven't even watched any animes. I've been watching, what have I been watching? I've been watching Next Gen for my bedtime watchings, and I'm rewatching Ranking of King, Osama Ranking, because it's very good, and it's been a while since I've watched it, so I thought, fuck it, we'll put it on again. And yeah, Osama Ranking, still very good. There are still animes I need to catch up on, and maybe I will at some point, but not today. Today will not be that day, my friend. Not today. Yeah, anyway, if you want to see more stuff, obviously stream. Oh, that's something I did. I looked at Gamescom, the future Gamescom stuff, and the indie stuff. The indie and future game show were both pretty dog shit. Gamescom was fine, not crazy, but it did show Dawn of War 4, which I'm cautiously optimistic for. People are like, oh, they're saying it's going to be great, and the director's aiming to make it good. And in my mind, I'm like, yeah, but to be fair, the director of Dawn of War 3 probably didn't intend to shit the bed, right? Probably didn't intend to make a fucking awful game, but he did, or they did as a team. They made a really terrible fucking game. So I'm a little bit gun shy and really hope Dawn of War 4 will be good. Steve Blum's in there. It's like, oh, there's Steve. Good old Steve Blum. Oh, what a lad. I'm wondering if Scott McNeil will be in there as well. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. But yeah, if you want to catch my live streams, I'm Decayed Andy, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, you know, same places as here, mostly. We're on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, Twitch, iTunes, and Libsyn as Moonbase 2 Transformers Podcast. So if you put in Moonbase 2, you'll probably find us. Adding in the Transformers Podcast will definitely help you find us if you want to. We're on the ccbunker.weebly.com as well. We will be back next week, and unless there's something really cool and fancy in terms of news, it will be me and Big D picking up where we left off from with more Dark of the Moon stuff. Yippity doodah days. And as in the toy line, of course, that's what I mean there. So until then, sorry this has been a short one, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. So until then, have a very good day, good evening, and a good night. I'm dead on the inside, dead on the outside, and until next time, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye, everybody!
I hate them, Gregory! I hate them all!